Hi, my name is Jake. Now let's talk music. Alright, so when I'm recording this, it is Tuesday, a little bit afternoon. And like I said, I made a promise to y'all. I'm putting out the Spotify Wrapped tomorrow on Wednesday. And honestly, I don't know what to say else for an intro except let's just get into this. Alright, now, the first one that I'm going to be starting with is my own, but I got several of other people's Spotify raps. And what I do want to say before I get into this is thank you for everyone who sent me their Spotify raps. That really helped me within doing this video. But that being said, I'm not a big fan of my Spotify rap because there's some good stuff here, but then there's like super questionable stuff that I didn't know that I was listening to like that. But let's start off with the amount of minutes. I almost hit 88,000, which I will say I'm only showing my Spotify, but I also listened on YouTube and SoundCloud where I didn't have Spotify Premium, and I got close to 100,000 minutes of music this year. So, really, like even for a content creator who is making a music YouTube channel, that is a lot of music. I mean, Anthony Fantano, he's like the biggest music channel, and he had nowhere near that. So it's like it's a bit excessive, but I'm still proud of what I listen to. But at the same time, when I'm looking at these top artists and these top songs, just it really throws me off. But obviously, my number one is Kanye West. I think I have, yeah, I was in the top 0.05% fans of Kanye West, and I listened to a little over 11,000 minutes of Kanye music this year, which that wasn't a surprise for me. But the biggest surprise of all, number two was Future, which I'm I know he had the three albums this year, and also I did the full discovering discography video for him. But still, my number two artist, it just throws me off. Next up, Drake. I like I said, I know I did the discovering discography, but I ain't gonna lie, I spent most of this year being a Drake hater, and he's in my top three. Like that just surprised me personally. And then number four, no surprise here, Tyler the Creator. Like I I loved his album that he put out this year, and I always go back to his other songs. There was especially the phase where I watched a couple of his concerts on YouTube, and then I took some of the songs I heard him like perform live, and I put them on a playlist in Spotify, and I was just constantly bumping that. And then number five, Kendrick Lamar. Not a big surprise there either. It's just I thought Kendrick would be higher. Also, I'm surprised that Mac Miller didn't get into my top five. I actually got my top 20 artists. Let me get into that. So number six was J. Cole. No surprise there. I've listened to a lot of J. Cole this year. What was my number seven? Oh, number seven, Travis Scott. Damn, bro. I really did go a lot of mainstream this year. Number eight. Oh, number eight, Juice World. I did the Discovering Discography with him, and also The Party Never Ends. Number nine was The Weekend. Not a big surprise there. Also, I listened to uh, Dawn FM, uh, After Hours. I listened to the trilogy. Not a surprise there. Number 10, 21 Savage. I loved American Dream this year, so not a big surprise. And also, he has his hits that are like all over my playlists. Number 11, Bruno Mars. Not a big surprise either. I did the Discovering Discography, and he's all over my playlist for my chill. Sorry, I got a chill mix, and he's all over that. Number 12. Eminem. Eminem was my number 12. Uh, Honestly, not a big surprise. I actually listened to his full discography, but I never made a discovering discography video because I listened to his discography before I made my YouTube channel. So, kind of dropped the ball on that one. Number 13, Mac Miller. I was so surprised that Mac Miller was so low. I feel like I've been listening to Circles. I've been listening to Best Day Ever. I've listened to Swimming. I've listened to Faces. I've listened to Kids. I've listened to Macadelic. Like, I just didn't understand how he was so low for me. Number 14, though. ASAP Rocky. Um, I spent a lot of time going through his discography for the Discovering Discography video. Also, a lot of time like getting ready for Don't Be Dumb, which we just learned that it won't be coming out until early 2025. Oh, speaking of, literally a notification just popped up on my phone saying it ASAP Rocky's Don't Be Dumb has been delayed till early 2025. Uh okay, 15. Kid Cudi. Uh, when it first came out, I was listening to Insano and also the Nitro Mega. Wasn't crazy fans. Wasn't a crazy fan of those projects this year. Like, he's made so much better music, which also I've listened to Men on the Moon, 1, 2, and 3 all throughout this year. Also, I listened to I forget who he did it with. It was like a collab, and it was his tape Wizard. 16 was Polo G. Honestly, I was surprised that he was there. I mean, I did listen to Hood Poet when it first came out, but nothing insane there. 17 was Metro Boomin, which makes a lot of sense with the two albums he did with Future and also uh, Heroes and Villains, and also Not All Heroes Wear Capes. I mean, just one of the best producers in the game right now. Number 18. This was a surprise. I got Jid. I I did listen to a lot of his music. I mean, I went to the Forever Story. I went to DiCaprio 2. I went to the Never Story. Like, I've been listening to all of that. I even went and listened to a little bit of Spilligion. I don't know how to say it. I think it's supposed to be Spilligion because religion, Spilligion. But yeah. Uh Number 19. What was 19? Oh, Joey Badass. I did listen to a lot of All American Badass, 2000. I listened to 1999 a little bit. I was. Oh, a lot of his feature work this year. I listened to the one where. I forget what it was called. But it was on. Damn, bro. What was that album, bro? It was like a random one that I decided to listen to, but it was like the lead single off of that album. Dude, I'll know it once I like see it, bro. It was like early in this year too, so it might be a little while before I find it. Um, I'm sorry about this. Like I said in my last video, if I don't like go and find it, it's gonna bother me. Oh, 1-800 Fantasy. He did Stank Rose with BLK Odyssey. That one I was bumping for a good while, and then also Syrup Sandwiches with Corday. Uh, he also had a single. It was like something about love. I know it's something like that. Damn, bro. I Love is only a feeling. I listened to that so much this year. Like, damn, that was only made in 2017. Dude, I had that in my rotation all year long, so I'm not surprised by that. And then, honestly, the biggest surprise of this list, number 20, Lil Baby. Like, I don't even. I mean, one of my top songs. It wasn't in my top five, but you get a playlist where it's like all of your top songs of this year. One of my top songs was "Low Down," "No Sucker," like "Heating Up," "Commercial." But damn, bro, I was really listening to My Turn a lot. I guess I didn't listen to his album that he put out last year. It's Only Me, I think it was called. That shit was ass. Um, but honestly, the biggest surprise out of anything, bro, where's Denzel Curry? Because I've been bumping Denzel Curry all year long. I mean, Kings of the Mischievous South 2, also the deluxe of that album. I listened to Meld My Eyes. I listened to Taboo. I listened to Zoo. I listened to Unlocked. I listened to Imperial. Yet, where is Denzel Curry? I have had like all of these albums in my rotation all year long. Where's Denzel Curry, bro? Like, he he's got to be like 21. I I I just don't know how he isn't in my top 20. Another one that surprised me with how much I was playing his album this year and also went back into his catalog, Schoolboy Q. Like, I was bumping Blue Lips. Then also Blank Face. I listened to Oxymoron. I listened to Crash Talk. Like, I listened to his full discography this year. It's just, it really confused me not seeing him there also. But yeah, honestly, that's like my top 20 artists. Let me get into my top 5 songs. Damn, bro, I spent 13 minutes talking about just my rap, and I have so many people's raps. Okay, like, give me some leeway here with my number one song, and also my number four song. Number one, Million Dollar Baby. I I really have nothing to say about this, bro. Like, what it is, and I know this for a fact, Spotify counts your top songs as the most time streamed, not the most amount of time. Like, they do minutes for artists, but for songs they do amount of time streamed. Which, if it went for amount of time listened, I know exactly what my number one would be, and that would be "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Like, I love that song, but what it is, they do amount of time streamed and not minutes streamed. So it. Then number two, I was surprised by this one. Like, I didn't think this would be the one of. I'm just gonna say it's like that, but I was surprised it wasn't like Euphoria or Not Like Us. I will be honest, I didn't listen to Meet the Grams that much, but like when it first came out, that shit hit me hard. Like, I remember first time I was listening to it, I had like no emotion. I was like, "Oh my god, he really just did this?" Like, I literally had the blankest face just staring into space listening to this. And it's like he really went after him on that one. Uh Number 3, Self Care by Mac Miller. That's why I was really surprised that Mac Miller was only 13. Number 4, please forgive me, bro. Carnival. I I like if you account for the amount of time went streaming, I could probably tell you my top five. Number one would be Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Number two, Self Care. Number three, Boredom. Number four, Sweet, I Thought You Wanted to Dance. And number five, probably Mortal Man. Like, I don't know though off the top of my head, but it's like, dude, it just, it hurts seeing that. Which, my number five is Boredom. That's why I gave it a shout there. So it's like, ugh, that sucks, you know? But there's nothing more I can really say. Alright, let's get into some of others people's Spotify raps. I'm done talking about myself. Okay, for this next person, it I he only gave me the picture where it had it was like screenshotted from his story, and it has him saying might be a big Travis fan. I'm not gonna name drop him, but he knows who he is if he sees this video. Number one, Travis Scott. Number two, Mac Miller. Number three, Kanye West. Number four, Zach Bryan. Number five, Tyler the Creator. Like that right there, that's a great list. I I can't be mad at that. But then you look at his top songs. The top four are from Utopia. Dude, Utopia was last year. Like, there has been so many good albums that have come out this year, and you're still listening to all these songs from Utopia. And it's not even, like, the best song off of the album either. Like, Telekinesis, to me, is the best song off of that album. But I still respect, I still respect My Eyes. Hyena, it's a good pump up song. I like it. Modern Jam, honestly, I don't know how to feel about Modern Jam. I'm at first I hated it, but now I'm getting to a point where it's like, yeah, this is good. You know, like my biggest problem with it at first was I'm I'm not a huge fan of Tizo Touchdown. Like it threw me off when I heard that. I was like, who the fuck is that? But as time has went on, I've come to enjoy this track more and more. And then Love Galore, I don't think I've heard of that song. I'm gonna look it up, but knowing this person, it's probably still a Travis Scott song. It's a SZA song featuring Travis Scott. Dang, bro, I've listened to Control so many times and I couldn't think of Love Galore. Uh, but yeah, also, they listened to almost 42,000 minutes of music. That's respectable. Like, you're not over listening and you're still enjoying music at the same time. I like that. Okay, uh, I know who this person is. Just by off of their top five. Um, he did say I could say his name, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna say some stuff here. Number one, Drake. I knowing this person, I get exactly why Drake is his number one. So I get that. Number two though, Usher. Like if you're watching this video, bro, you really listening to Usher in 2024, and that's your number two artist. Like, come on, bro. Number three, Rod Wave. I like that. Honestly, what I might do at the end of the video, I'll show you my 2023 Wrapped. Uh, and Rod Wave was my number one that year, which blew me away. But yeah, Rod Wave, I love that. He also put out his brand new album, Last Lap. Loved it. Morgan Wallen, love Morgan Wallen. And then number five, Bruno Mars. Like, other than the Usher and like me personally, I'm not putting Drake as my number one. But other than Usher, I feel like this is a pretty solid list. Uh, his top five songs: "You Broke My Heart," "Strangers," "Lay Me Down," "Tennessee Orange," and then I don't know where "Great Gatsby." Like I like the top five. I'm knowing like my personal taste. I'm not listening to all these songs, like especially in 2023. I mean, especially in 2024. But I still like these songs. So yeah, and then almost 20,000 minutes listened. Like again, a respectable number. You're not overdoing it, but you're not like spending your whole life just not listening to music, which we're gonna get into some of those people. Next up, I forget who this is. I think I know who it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Number one, Zach Bryan. Number two, Morgan Wallen. Number three, Juice World. Number four, Post Malone. Number five, The Kid Laroi. I mean, you're spending a lot of your time with artists who aren't in their prime anymore, but it's still a good listen. I honestly, the biggest thing for me is I'm not a big fan of Kid Laroi. Like he has some good songs, but most of the time I'm not a big fan. Post Malone has had a pretty good year with his album F1 Trillion. Love that album. Number three, Juice World. I love Juice World. And then number two, Morgan Wallen. Number one, Zach Bryan. Totally makes sense. And then your top five. Holy shit. Number one, Pink Skies. Number two, Oklahoma Smoke Show. Number three, Burn, Burn, Burn. Four, Where It Ends. And then five, Cowgirls. You're, you're a big country fan. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. You're a really big country fan, and it shows in your top five artists and your top songs. And a respectable amount of time listened 24,000. I like that. It's not overdoing it like I did. Okay, up next, Zach Bryan, number one. Number two, Kanye West. Number three, Kendrick Lamar. Number four, Drake. And number five, Tyler the Creator. This one is close to mine. Like, the top five artists, it's really close to what I had. But then the top songs, you can see that they're a big country fan within this top five. Overtime, Seven Summers, Oklahoma Smoke Show. I think that's Oklahoma Smoke Show. I might got that wrong. Dawns and then Something in the Orange. I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised Something in the Orange wasn't one of my top songs this year. It well, it was one of my top songs, but I mean like top five. Uh, and then a little over 19,000 minutes listened. Like again, a respectable amount. Okay, this next person. Excuse me. Number one, Kendrick Lamar. Number two, Travis Scott. Number three, Kanye West. Number four, Future. Number five, Metro Boomin. Like, same wavelength here. Like a lot of the same people. Uh, your top song though, number one, Not Like Us. You better be careful. Drake is gonna sue you. Like, I'm not even gonna get into the Drake thing because that. Uh. Number two, Type Shit. Number three, Telescope. Number four, Bandit. Number five, Revival. And almost 21,000 minutes listened. Like, I'm. I'm getting like a lot of people who have a respectable amount of time listened and not overdoing it. You know? Uh oh, I remember this person. Uh, Number one, Mac Miller. Number two, Tyler the Creator. Number three, Childish Gambino. Number four, Kendrick Lamar. Number five, Kanye West. Like that seems like a normal list, you know. And then you get into the top songs. Like I I think this person had like nearly 20,000 minutes listened to just Mac Miller. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like around that amount of time. Number one, Best Day Ever. Number two, Blue Slide Park. Number three, Objects in the Mirror. Number four, Nikes on My Feet. Number five, Ladders. I got a question for you. Are you okay? Like, holy crap. Like, yes, a lot of these are upbeat, but getting that much Mac Miller in 1 year, are you okay? Did someone hurt you? Like, holy. Like, I'm a big fan of Mac Miller, but 20,000 minutes of Mac Miller, I feel like I would have to be going through something so bad. So I'm just asking, are you okay? I mean, other than that, like everything else is respectable, but like 2/3 of your time listen to Mac Miller. I don't know. Oh, okay. Uh, I'm going on to the next person, and I'm looking at this. Like, it. There's so many questions I have, but at the same time, it's like everything works together because it feels like everything is pretty seamless here. Number one, Morgan Wallen. Number two, Taylor Swift. Number three, Dylan Scott. Number four, Luke Combs. Number five, Nate Smith. I'm gonna take a guess here and say that number two, Taylor Swift, it's probably a lot of country Taylor Swift. Like looking at your list, like you're definitely a major country fan. Oh wait, I know who this is. Okay, now that I'm looking at this, I know exactly who this is. Okay, knowing this person, I know why Taylor Swift is in there. But I'm surprised that you have Morgan Wallen over Taylor Swift. Like this person, like we went to high school together, and he's he's probably the biggest Taylor Glazer I've ever met. So it's like I'm surprised here. But then number one, Love Somebody. Number two, American Country. It got cut off. I don't know if that's anything else there. Number three, Black. Number four, What Ifs, and then number five, Every Storm. You had 86,000 minutes. Like that's close to me, which that's a problem. I will say that. That is a lot of music that you're intaking in 1 year. Like next year, I know I'm gonna be like going hard for this YouTube stuff, but I hope that I don't see that many minutes listened to as I did this year. That was just a lot. Uh, damn, bro, this video is gonna be long as hell. Okay, next up, number one, Rod Wave. Number two, Future. Number three, J Cole. Number four, that Mexican OT. I mean, other than Black Flag Freestyle, I don't really know anything else he's came out with this year. I'm pretty sure Johnny Dang was last year. And then number five, Sleepy Hollow. I mean, it's a respectable list. It's just I got like, questions about like that Mexican OT. Like I don't really know what he's put out this year, other than Black Flag Freestyle, and I know last year he had Johnny Dang. And then when I look at Sleepy Hollow, I couldn't tell you the last time he dropped an album. I haven't listened to him probably since the Deep End Freestyle. Like Deep End Freestyle in 2055. Like that's like the area of time when I was listening to at least a little bit of Sleepy Hollow. Number one, Turks and Caicos. Like that. That's like last year's song. I don't know about listening to that again this year. Number two, Type Shit. Number three, Anxiety. Number four, Not Like Us. Number five, Beautiful Things. And a little bit over 75,000 minutes listened. Like, that's on the edge of either too much or, like, Okay, that's a little bit normal. But I would say that's more towards a little bit too much. Oh, this one I got a Apple Music one, and I know exactly who this is from. Uh, this is this dude. I love this dude. Um, Honestly, the only thing that I got from him though is like his top album, his top song, total made into top artist. So, uh, top album was A Great Chaos by Ken Carson. It's a good album, but as your number one album, bro, are you good? Uh, then his top song is Paranoid, which is off of Great Chaos. What I can see like from the top, uh, I will say this: this person he does make music, which if he's okay with that, I'll shout him out in like a future video. But uh, one of his top songs is a song that he made himself. And then number two is All Red. I can't tell what the third song is, and then the fifth song is a great chaos song, but probably Sydney Sweeney. Love that song. His top artist was of course Ken Carson, and then uh, almost 17,000 minutes. You know, I I like the 17,000 minutes, but you're spending most of that time listening to Ken Carson. Like he's a fiend, bruh. Uh, okay, up next. Uh, oh, okay, I know who this is. Uh, shit. Um, Number one, The Weeknd. Number two, Panic at the Disco. Number three, Lady Gaga. Number four, Ghost. And number five, Lana Del Rey. It's not my type of music taste, but I'm not gonna knock yours. I really don't know too much about a lot of these people, but The Weeknd being number one, huge W. I love his music. Number one song, One of the Girls. Don't know that song. Number two, Judas. Don't know it. Number three, The Hills. I'm pretty sure that's from The Weeknd's album. I can't think of the name of that album, but I like that song. Uh, Number four, Blame Brett. Number five, Man Eater. I don't know if this is the Man Eater by Halls and Oates, but that's a good song if it is. Uh, Not Halls and Oates, Hall and Oates. That's a throwback for some of y'all. Y'all probably never heard of them. They're pretty good. Like for an older like duo, they're pretty good. Uh, and then minutes listened 6,200. This is leaning in the part of like you would barely listen to anything this year. Like I don't know if you might have listened on a different platform or what, but like as a big music person myself, this is probably 1 month. Next up, I got a SoundCloud one. Oh wait, no that's my SoundCloud. I'm not getting into that one. Fuck that. Then there's also my YouTube one. Okay, we're scrolling. Okay. Oh God. This one. I I really don't know what to say about this one. Number one, Shoot 'Em Up. Number two, Drake. Number three, Future. Number four, Trippy Red. Number five, Kodak Black. Oh my God, where to start with this? Number one, I don't even know who Shoot 'Em Up is, so I don't know anything about them, so I'm not gonna talk about them. Number two, Drake. I can't talk too much. He was at my number three. Number three, Future. He was my number two. Can't talk too much there. Number four, Trippy Red in 2024. Are you listening to Genre Sad Boy with MGK? Like, you if you're listening to Trippie Redd, you got to be going to like Life's a Trip or like back to those that type of Trippie Redd. Uh, and then number five, Kodak Black. It's like the same thing here. In 2024, Kodak Black, you've got to be going back to one of his older projects. I. And then your top five songs. Number one, Discussions. Number two, Sweet Chin Music. Number three, John Lennon. Number four, Cold Rain. Number five, Yet. Literally, I've never heard of a single one of those songs. So, it might be from Shoot 'Em Up. I don't know. And then, minutes listened. Like, not even 1,400 minutes listened. And then you spend your time listening to stuff like this? I just have to question it, you know? I don't know. I got a couple more. Okay, here's SoundCloud one. Uh, I I truly am not gonna get into like too much with SoundCloud because just the layout of this is just like super weird. But you had about 18,000 minutes listened. Number one artist was Lil Baby. Number two, NBA YoungBoy. Number three, Travis Scott. Number four, Ken Carson. And then number five, Lil Yachty, RD Lil Boat. I it's all Lil Yachty, so I'm not gonna get into that. I mean it's a it's a top five for sure. Lil Baby as your number one. His last album was ass, and I couldn't tell you the last time he made a like really good album. And also some of the singles that he's put out this year haven't been very good. But he did announce a brand new album on January 3rd called Wham. Okay, cool. Number two, NBA YoungBoy. Like, not my style of music. I still haven't listened to the NBA YoungBoy album. I might listen to it and like put the video up either Thursday or Friday. I don't know, but number three, Travis Scott. I like that. I like that. Then number four, Ken Carson. We're getting into like uh Opium. That's the name of the like. I'm surprised I haven't seen a lot more Playboy Cardi because there's so many Playboy Cardi blazers on the internet. But really not dropping I Am Music this year really hurt him. But I guess it'll come sometime next year, maybe. And then number five, Lil Yachty. I mean, Let's Start Here was a good project last year. I'm pretty sure it came out last year. And then this year he made a absolutely horrible album, bad cameo with James Blake. I honestly hated that album. Maybe I gotta give it a re-listen, but I truly hated that album. So I'm not gonna sit here and justify Lil Yachty being in your top five when he hasn't had. Literally, the best thing that has come from him this year is he's gonna be on tour with Tyler the Creator. Other than that, nothing good has really come out from his team this year. Oh yeah, I only got three more. Oh wait, no, that's an old one. Okay, I only got two more. Top artists. Ugh. Number one, Luke Combs. Number two, Resentful. Number three, Machiavelli God. Number four, Suicide Boys. And number five, Bones. I mean, after Luke Combs, I don't know what to say for you. Like, Luke Combs is a good number one. But other than that, uh, top songs. Number one, Bar Song. Number two, Save Me. And number three, Chip and Shatter. Number 4, HDMI. Number 5, Mania Likely. Other than the bar song, I don't know any of those other songs, so yeah. Almost 30,000 minutes listened to. Respectable. I, I, I don't really want to like get into like your listening habits, but it's a respectable amount of time listened, and you have a good top artist and a good top song. Uh, okay. This one. This is the last one for today. I've already made almost a 45-minute video. Number 1, Bruno Mars. Gotta love it. Number 2, David. Don't know him. Number 3, Steve Lacy. I think he came out with Gemini Rights last year. I think that's when it came out. So I'm cool with that. Number 4, Coldplay. You're kind of living in the past there, but I still enjoy Coldplay. And then 5 Daughters of Eve. I don't know who they are. I don't know who David is either. Number 1, Hey Lover. Number 2, This Side of Paradise. Number 3, Bad Habit. It's a good song, but it's honestly a TikTok song. That's why I complained about. I had 2 TikTok songs in my top 5, so yeah, I'm just not a big fan of TikTok myself, so I don't care. Number 4, Romantic Homicide, and number 5, I Love You So. Literally, other than Bad Habit, I don't know any of these songs, so I'm not gonna talk on them. Just looking at them, I don't know them by name. Maybe if you put, like, at the end of this video, I'm gonna, like, talk some shit about Spotify, so give me a minute on that. Minutes listened, 14,000, almost 15. Respectable. Like, nothing crazy, but it is on the shorter side. I feel like the best range is, like, from 20,000 to, like, 60,000. Like, that's not overdoing it. That's, like, the perfect amount. Yeah, and that's the last Spotify rap that I have for today. Uh, Honestly, Spotify, I just really want to know what the fuck were you thinking with this? I love Spotify Wrapped. I got so excited for it. Like, I get excited for it every single year, but you really dropped the ball this year. You know? Why can't we see our top albums? Like, why can't we get more songs and, like, even adapting from, like, Apple Music? Like, this year you gave us, like, in February you were in your emo whatever or whatever bullshit like that. Like, I don't even remember the ones that I got for this year. I think February was Clean Football Rap Month. What? Like, come on, man. I'm going through this right now to, like, okay, February. Uh, Also, it takes forever to load something. Chill Football Rap Phase. Okay, here's my question. Why not adapt something like Apple Music has, where it says, January, this was your top artist. February, this is your top artist. Like, going down the line from there. And also, why are we only counting 10 months here? You don't count December, which I get that. But why not count January? People listen to music in January. Count that music too. Like, it's something so simple. But you only give us 10 months of data, so it looks worse. And also, like, the effort that you put in on this is bullshit. You say, oh, we don't make enough profits. We don't make any profits. That's why we can't pay the artists enough. Or we can't put enough effort to make an actual good piece of work. Like, this is what, like, your whole year is leading up to as a user. And this is what you give us. Yet the CEO, I forget his name, like this year he bought a $500,000 home. Or no, it was like 500 million. Or somewhere along those lines. Yet you don't have enough money to truly pay the people that are on this platform that are making you money. You don't have enough money to pay them. And then also, we want to put out Spotify Rap, but we're gonna delay it because we want to put out this shitty AI podcast thing that goes through your whole year. That's why it took so long to get our Spotify Rap this year? Are you serious? Like, stupid decision after stupid decision, and it is so shit. It is literally so shit. I honestly hate Spotify, but at the same time, where else are we going to be able to get our music like this? It just sucks. Even Apple Music sucks. They barely pay their artists also. But it's a lesser evil. And I might think about changing to Apple Music, especially when Spotify is putting, like, this bullshit out. Like, like, at least if you're gonna discredit the artist, at least do something for the user. Like, it just sucks all around. It just sucks all around. You put out a shitty thing for your users that are giving you money each month, and you disrespect us. You barely pay the artists that are actually getting you the money. You disrespect them. Like, I fucking hate them, bro. It probably nobody is gonna make it to the end of this video, but I don't care. I will make a video talking about how shit these streaming platforms are. So I don't care if you don't make it all the way to the end, but there will be a video where even if it gets demonetized, I don't care. I need to, like, actually shit talk these platforms. Because there is no way they are getting away with this, bro. They're just... It sucks so much, bro. They hate the user. They hate the artist. All they want to do is line their pockets full of money. And it just sucks. There will be a video further into this, but for today, I'm done. I just can't do this anymore, bro. On a side note, I will show you my 2023 Wrapped, but I can't stand Spotify anymore. I can't stand any of these, like, streaming platforms anymore. It's getting so bad. Bro, I'm not even into, like, showing this right now. I'm gonna, like, say it all, but it's like... honestly, I'm not in the mood anymore. Honestly, I'll see y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.